Battle scars. Back at home, one of my biggest problems is the lack of fathers loving their students. Back at home, I see students who come there broken, messed up. I've seen a young lady who after service, God sets her free, goes outside of the service, and all of a sudden, I hear yelling and screaming, and her mom, who doesn't have a dad in their life, has grabbed her because she doesn't know how to deal with her anymore. This girl's 12, and throws her on a table and starts beating her. The girl runs for her life, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if just Satan just had his way in that moment, but is running to the road to kill herself, and we're crying out to God, and luckily God stops the traffic, and we end up saving the girl. But it's moments like that that get me excited to be in a house like this, where a whole bunch of men came in yesterday. I was so excited. I just looked around. As they were doing the thing where let's just play some music, and if you want to talk, go ahead and talk, and that wasn't what happened. Like we're gonna talk about fishing or what we're gonna do this week. All of a sudden, I just seen men, some were stretching, getting ready to worship. Other men, they were just kind of rocking back and forth. It was like they were in this mode, about to get ready for like a football game, like sitting in the locker room saying, there's something coming this week, and it's not gonna be up to anybody else, but I gotta talk to myself, and I gotta coach myself. Nobody else is gonna do it. I'm not gonna wait for a speaker or a worship leader. I gotta get in the zone. Because at this camp, at this retreat, I have to change. To see a group of 300 men that are here, battle ready, scars and all, and saying, God, change me, transform me, break me, mold me, do something in me. I'm consumed. I'm a man that is passionate. My favorite definition of passion is a violent over-emotion that robs a man of his self-control. There are some men in this house that have been robbed by the dream to see their family and their lives changed. It snuck in the middle of the night, past all the alarms, went past the guard dogs, and woke you up and won't let you go to sleep. You've been robbed with passion. I guess the best way you can describe my job to you and what I do would be the crazy man on the beach. You know, you brought your family there, you got your ice chest and your towel, and you're just ready to enjoy the nice beach, and no one's there, so it's a great time. You got there early enough, you got your sunscreen on, and you're there, and I'm that crazy man far, way down, and you kind of wonder what I'm doing, and I just kind of have this thing that I'm doing with my arms, and it draws your interest because you're a man, you gotta figure things out, and so you leave the family there, honey, go ahead and take care of the kids, and you wander over to see what I'm doing. And when you get up close, you notice that there are starfish all over the beach. And I'm this crazy man that's consumed. My day has nothing better to do than to pick up these starfish which are dying and throw them back into the sea. And you, a logical person, want to come over to me and shake me loose and try to wake me up. I'm doing, saying, you're crazy. What are you doing? And I just don't even hear you. I just keep throwing starfish because I am driven. I am passionate. It's robbed me. I can't listen to you. I can't hear you. And you're trying to wake me up saying, okay, do you not get it? There are thousands of starfish. There are thousands. And not only are there thousands, I mean, they're all dying. And you only have maybe a few minutes. And I just keep going. I say, but not just thousands here, sir. There are thousands on every beach across the United States, and not just in the United States, in Australia and other countries. There are starfish, and they've cluttered every beach. It's just because of the moon and the gravity, and this happens every once in a while, and I just keep going. I don't even notice you, but I just keep throwing. I pick up another starfish. I look you in the eyes, and I throw it. And then I bend down. I pick up another starfish. I look you in the eyes. and I throw it. And I just keep picking up starfish and just saying, stop. And I bend down one more time. So it made a difference for that one. Made a difference for that one. You know what? It made a difference for that one. Hair, don't need it. Made a difference for that one. I got to do something. And there are some men here today with some battle scars. They say, God, use what you can in me. I'm not perfect. I never will be. I don't got it all together. But I'm here because I'm consumed. I'm passionate. I've been robbed of my self-control. I got to change because if I change, it changes my family. It changes this generation. It changes my city. Robbed of our self-control. Whole bunch of grown men shouting and singing and crying but there's 5 questions that these teenagers are asking, and I could hear them. The first question is, will somebody love me? Will somebody, will anybody love me? Second question they're asking, I can hear them shouting to me. Somebody, will anybody believe in me? Will anybody believe in me? And not only will they believe in me, but will anybody please listen to me? Will somebody, maybe just one, will just one person, maybe one person be my example? And the greatest question that I hear them asking me is, will anybody help me lead a revolution? It's crazy because this fatherless generation, I mean, it breaks your heart to know the statistics that have been done by U.S. Today. In 2001, I read about 25 million children in 2001 will live without their father. That's 36% of all kids born will live without their biological father. Out of those 36%, out of every child that fills up our prisons, 85% of them are from fatherless homes. Out of every high school dropout, 71% of those are from fatherless homes. Out of every pregnant teenager, 71% of them are from fatherless homes. Out of every runaway, 90% are from fatherless homes. Because if I can't find it here, I'm going to run away and find it somewhere else. The young ladies of this generation are looking for love, because most of them haven't found love in their father's arms, so they've been willing to find love in anybody's arms, as long as it's free. One of my brothers, Ben, he's about 20 years old, and he got a text message by a young man that's actually here, and I won't say his name, that doesn't have a father living with him. 20-year-old kid that's mentoring this young man. He got a text message from him that says, thank you. You know what, the one thing you've done in my life is you've been a father. Thank you for being a father. You know, last night Pastor Glenn preached a message, Won't Quit. He preached that at our ammunition conference, so we were ready to go. There's actually a young man that came back from it. We have a picture of him that actually got that tattooed on his arms after the sermon. The reason why he did that is because he wanted to set a standard for his new life, because everybody in his life had always quit on him. He said, I'm just going to put it right here, so someday when I have kids, every time they want to know and question if I'm going to quit, I'm just going to hold them up. Let them know won't quit. Battle scars. I was in Singapore with a young man, and he was driving me around all over town. He was the coolest guy ever. But there I noticed, as he was driving me around, there was a giant scar on his neck. And I said, what's that scar from? As he began to tell me that his father, when he found out that he received Jesus Christ in his life, took out the family sword and said, you are a disgrace to us. And when he began to try to chop his son's head off, the son began to cry out to Jesus. And as soon as he did, the father flew against the wall, but the sword nicked his neck. His father ran out of the room and he'd never seen his father since. But he said, thank you, Jesus, for this scar, because it reminds me of who you are and how powerful you are.